True. Hey, you guys. So I haven't been live. I posted a video about my hometown, Coweta County, Noonan, Georgia. So I would love for you guys to go check that on out, please. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real. Police are dirty, and that's real. So let's get into this new video. Um, we're finna get into the Tory Lanez jokes on me video first, okay, you guys, and then we're gonna get into how the music industry did him. So let's get into this first.
You can go ahead and put that box right there. Thank you.
And it's supposed to be about Megan Thee Stallion, him, and the best friend and shit. You know, this my first time watching it with you guys. So.
You guys have been together after all these years. You know I'm expecting a nephew soon. First of all, you need to chill with all that. But let me show you my favorite part of the house.
Yeah, I got this gracious wig, honey.
This is a backyard. And you have a lake. This is beautiful. Yeah, it's my favorite. And thank you for helping me out today. Girl, don't even worry about it. I'm just glad things are finally starting to fall in place. Thank God. Thank you. You and Tory are literally all I have. Aww. Bitch, come here.
Dance in the morning and clock up. Strippers stealing money from your locker. I got some bitches and some options, but you the one I always pop up. Oh yeah, left side the bar, I'm out there fucking faded. Ain't anticipate the cab ride home, but we fucking made it. Sipping 42 and Hennessy and fucking Yeagers. That's the reason why we got so dangerous. I fucking hate you. I mean, I love you, but I fucking hate you. Why the fuck you make me feel like we be fucking major? I never meant to make you feel like I would underage you. I be sitting by the table, I'm so unstable. Some about the places smoking fucking weed. Teachers never gave a fuck. They was paid to show up and leave. Marijuana on my sleeve. JD practice varsity, I didn't make it on the team. So I started selling nicks and dimes and all these 20
Yes, are you guys understanding the video? I mean, because it first pop off, like I'm trying to figure it out, like, because I never seen the video. I just seen that people was like, the video was supposed to be about him and Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey. So, you know, of course, you know, I'm gonna check it out, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm for all the business, you know, I'm supposed to be at the gym, but I rescheduled my gym time. So let's go ahead and get this over with. I'm really not understanding this so far. I mean, she showed the best friend the house that her and the man got, and she got blood on her. She dragging his body through some grass. You know, maybe I need to keep going some more.
Hennessy and triple beams. Shawty said she fucking on me. Came around and sold me dreams. I was getting on the thought like a fucking rolling ring. Selling dope like it's my only thing. We get caught that call me swing the police sing. Lawyer fighting cases for the team. We got 40 rings. Champagne by the cases. Came in with like 40 teams. I split the scene like a splits in my jeans, splits in my seams. I'm getting money, ain't it? No one was there to hold me down when it was cloudy, but they show up when it's sunny, ain't it? It pours rain on my umbrella, but this one I got forever. I hope it was fun. Me and your best friend, we had a thing, but that was something. She real as fuck, you could've told her, but you did wrong. Instead, you left her out for dead, girl, is your head gone? Fuck is the loyalty? Tell me who the fuck taught you your loyalty? How you try to fuck me and then foil me? I've been up in places that you know I be. I done kept this shit so real you owe me. I done kept this shit so real you owe me. How you moving like I'm not the only? How you moving like I left you lonely? How you moving like I'm not the only? Yes, I thought you would've been more loyal
Damn,
to
she
me.
going up and down both.
Yes, I thought you would've been more loyal to me. And I told everyone that you were loyal, now the joke's on me. The joke's on me. I told everyone that you were the one. The joke's on me.
Now you fucking the friend.
making jokes on me. I told my exes I'd make you my girl, now the joke is on me. I told the people I love that you were the one, now the joke is on me. Oh, I'm ashamed. Jokes on me. Oh, I'm ashamed. The joke's on me.
Whoa. Hold the fuck. Hell.
But
To be honest, this is all Tory.
yeah, it's about time. You guys have been together after all these years. You know I'm expecting a nephew soon.
First of all, you need to chill with all that. But let me show you my favorite part of the house.
Now this is a backyard. And you have a lake. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's my favorite. And thank you for helping me out today.
Girl, don't even worry about it. I'm just glad things are finally starting to fall in place.
Thank God. Thank you. You and Tory are literally all I have.
Aww. Bitch, come here.
Okay. Then they say you gotta turn it around. So basically, Tory was with the best friend. They was in a whole relationship. They was trying to pursue something. Some kind of way, him and Megan started smashing behind the best friend back. I guess because when it showed the knife thing, the knife scene, the knife was in his back. So maybe that is supposed to be like Megan stabbed him in the back, and then you see how she was dragging him in the grass. Maybe that's supposed to be like some mud or some dirt or some shit, like she drug his ass and then just threw him in the water or some shit on the boat. Because if you seen, like, she got him in the boat and she pedaled the boat to the middle of the damn stream and she just laid on it for a minute and then she just threw him out the damn water. Like, maybe that was like supposed to be the symbolism in it, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. I mean, but Tory's a brilliant man. He comes with these videos and these songs, and you guys, like, if you pay some attention, you will get it. I'm the last one to talk because I just have to sit here and go back the second time to see what the hell I just seen. Seriously, I had to do it 2 times, like, see, the knife is in his back, guys.
I got some bitches and some options, but you don't wanna always pop out. Oh yeah, left side the bar, I'm out there fucking faded. Ain't anticipate the cab ride home, but we fucking made it. Sipping 42 and Hennessy and fucking Jaegers. That's the reason why we got some dangerous. Fucking agent. I mean, I love you, but I'm fucking agent. Why the fuck you make me feel like we be fucking major? I never meant to make you feel like I would underage you. I be sitting by the table, I'm so unstable. Some about her place is smoking buffet weed. Teachers never get me down. It was ready to show up and leave.
It's got to be this what that means.
Daily practice varsity, I didn't make it on the team. So I started selling nicks and dimes and all these 20 beans. Anything or anything. Top tax and double bags. Hennessy and triple beams. Shawty said she fucking love me. Came around and told me dreams. I was getting on the clock like a fucking rolling ring. Selling dope like it's my only thing. We get caught, they call me swing the police thing. Lawyer fighting cases for the team. We got 40 rings. Champagne by the cases. He never like 40 things. I split the scene like the splits in my jeans, splits in my scenes. I'm getting money in it. No one was that. I walked you down when it was cloudy, but they show up when it's sunny, ain't it? And it pours rain on my umbrella, but this one I got forever. I hope it was fun. Me and your best friend, we had a thing, but that was something. She real as fuck, you could've told her, but you did wrong. Instead, you left her out for dead, girl, is your head gone? Fuck is a loyalty. Tell me who the fuck taught you your loyalty. How you try to fuck me and then foil me? I've been up in places that you know I mean. I done kept this shit so real you owe me. I done kept this shit so real you owe me. How you moving like I'm not the only? How you moving like I left you lonely? How How you moving like I'm not the home? Guess I thought you would been more loyal to me.
Okay.
Guess I thought you would have been more loyal.
Okay, so I get it now. I get it.
I told everyone that you were loyal, no, the jokes on me.
Now let's go to the next part,
The jokes
the
on
next
me.
video. You guys.
But at some point,
Let's get it, you guys. Get sleep with this fucking out.
that's all this good. I don't know exactly how it's. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
In some breaking news, Megan Thee Stallion says it was in fact Tory Lanez who shot her.
Megan has completely opened up and now accused Tory Lanez.
Fuck Tory Lanez, the piece of shit. Shot her not once, twice, not an accident, both feet. Like, what the fuck is that?
I just can't see how, why, like, what circumstances
Not
lead to.
Man, fuck that, man. Fuck Tory.
You guys, the thing with this is, like, they still saying 2 feet. Well, it still has yet been proven that she was shot in 2 feet. Okay? Because she's only showed proof of 1 feet being injured. I'm not even going to say it wasn't shot because I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So I don't know. But if you ask me, it do look like fragment. Could have been glass. I don't know. But let's just keep it real. When first responders come to the scene, they are licensed to know the difference between what kind of injury they're dealing with. So let's just say that, okay? Because we're not going to belittle first responders. This is their job. They are licensed to know, certified to know what they're dealing with. Okay? Let's get into it. Because even when you get to the doctor, if I don't give a fuck what kind of shooting it is, the first thing they're required to do is call the police, people. They call the police anytime it's any kind of shooting. When you get to the police, when you get to the hospital for any kind of thing, if it's related to shooting, the police are required to be contacted. Now let's go. Okay, so even when they say when the shit first broke out and like they tried to say the reports were showing that it was a glass injury or whatever, she was cut by glass. There's no way that could have happened. And then people say that with these people higher up, they can pay for anything to happen, which is possible. They probably could have did that. That is probably, logical. That probably what happened. Because let me tell you, you go to any kind of doctor and you have been shot in by a bullet wound, fragments or anything, like it's going to be in the paperwork and they're going to call the police department and the police is going to come and investigate, period. They want to know what happened. How the hell did you get shot? I don't care if you shot yourself. They want to hear you say you shot yourself. They're going to make the statement, period. Like a statement will get written. How did you get shot? How did you get injured? Even if you got stabbed, like how the fuck did you get stabbed? Who stabbed you? Did you stab yourself? Who stabbed? They want to know. Period. So, let's just get into it some more, you guys.
Tory Lanez. Look at Tory Lanez a bitch, bro.
That's who I believe. Man, niggas like that, you a sucker. He's a king sucker. He's worse than that other nigga with the colorful hair. He's the biggest sucker.
He's worse than 6ix9ine, you guys. No one's worse than 6ix9ine.
Now, Tory Lanez, I'm honestly a little bit worried for this man. If you've been paying attention to what Tory's been posting on his social media,
Interscope Records, if y'all niggas don't stop playing with me, I'm gonna expose what's really going on in that fucking building.
Interscope gonna disappear, my man.
Y'all might as well tell Tory Lanez RIP right now.
Whatever's going on, man. You understand the type of power these people got? Be careful. Chill. They gonna make you disappear.
whatever you're gonna expose will hurt their pockets, and they'll try to
Kill Tory Lanez's character as an artist.
Yes, this nigga Tory shot.
And they may shut down your whole career, your whole livelihood.
I keep a smile on my face. Why? Because I know what I know.
I know what I know. And at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of certain things because I gotta be strong for the people around me, dog. I have to be. Because they can't see me weak right.
You see, I'm gonna tell you guys something. You know, I'm all for conspiracy theories and stuff, and I'm all for the Illuminati because I believe that there are elite, elite groups and stuff. I believe that there are. I'm gonna tell you, I do. I really do. I really believe Jay-Z and Beyonce are handlers. I believe Beyonce is a witch. I believe that. I mean, it's not about belief. It's about just looking at the way she moves, the way she talks, everything about her demeanor. It shows, that would be like Erica Badu. It's been said that she has always been a witch, and those are allegations. I ain't never heard her. I ain't never heard her say it was not true. I'm just saying. I think Tory fucked up when he started trying to go against who he was with, Interscope. And it's crazy because it's somebody else that was with Interscope that went through a whole lot, and I can't even think of the person who it is. Let's just go ahead and look at some more of this video. But I think a lot of this shit coming from, Tory went against his record label, and he ended up getting his masters. But he also threatened them to tell all the dirt that goes on in their music, in the with the label. But let's get into more. I gotta think who that person was. I can't even think who the artist was.
Right now, they can't see that.
It's be that dark label shit them niggas trying to do me. I know the secrets and I know the fuckery. And they don't want me to say nothing, so they trying to shut.
What's good, YouTube? It's Mo Sides, and today we're gonna run through a conspiracy theory surrounding this whole Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion thing. Remember, this is just conspiracy. None of us were there. Anything could have went down that night. We don't know shit except he say, she say. But this whole thing had irreversible damage on Tory's career. Before this video starts, make sure y'all drop a like. It helps out a ton, especially for smaller YouTubers. Hit that subscribe button and follow my Instagram to keep up to date with breaking hip hop news. It's the top link in the description. But before we get into this theory, I gotta give y'all some background information. Tory Lanez was signed to a record label called Interscope. On December 15th, he took to Instagram to write, Interscope Records, if y'all don't stop playing with me, I'm exposed what's really going on in that building. Now, we don't know exactly what triggered this, but people are speculating that it had something to do with the project he just released, the Chixtape 5. Tory's previous Chixtapes had never been on streaming services because he illegally sampled other artists' songs. But for the Chixtape 5, he was trying to do it legit, and it cost him hundreds of thousands and possibly even millions of dollars. The project was in the red. Tory even admitted he lost money from it.
He didn't do this because he made a lot of money off of it. He did
it was counteracted. We actually didn't, do this from a monetary standpoint.
People were speculating that this Instagram post came after he got that Chixtape 5 bill and saw Interscope wasn't trying to help him pay it off. But Tory Lanez has been hinting at problems with his label for years now, and he has a few main issues with them, like how they weren't making him a priority and even trying to shelf him.
If I didn't do certain things to help myself, I wouldn't be here. I promise you that. I'd have been one of those niggas that were on the shelf.
Basically meaning they wouldn't promote him. No project or music was really going to come out, and he was sort of just going to fade into the background while they gave those resources to other artists. And he finessed his way out of it by using his own connections, like his connection to the radio. The only way you could stay on the radio was sending out hundreds of dub plates for each song. For y'all that don't know what that is, it's basically replacing the line in the song with the name of a DJ.
Stepped out of bail, I did a diddy bop. DJ Brand stunting on a city cop. Stepped out of bail, I did a diddy bop.
Y'all know what that is, right? Anytime.
You have to send out.
A lot of the time when you have independent artists, the best way to get a DJ to spin your song is to put them in your song. And give some kind of shout out or something. And they'll hit your track. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get themselves a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what it is.
Hundreds of these to stay on the radio. And another issue he has with the label is they was trying to control everything about him. They wouldn't let him do his own thing. He even called up the label and asked him if he could drop a few rap songs, and they was like,
Nigga, we sorry to be a sin, nigga.
trying to get him to sign, and he died of an overdose about a year later. They supply artists with drugs, and when they die, their numbers increase exponentially. And these...
Yes, that is so true. I'm gonna tell you what they do. Sometimes you're worth more dead than alive. Just imagine if you can die, drug overdose, whatever it may be, you die, then the first thing people are gonna do is they're gonna buy your music. Who's gonna benefit? Because you don't own your masters. The record labels. And that happens a lot. Every time somebody dies, here comes the RIP. And then people go to YouTube and they go to whatever platform to screen the songs. And these people don't own the song. These people don't own their masters, so their family are not going to eat off of this shit. They're dead. They're not going to eat off this shit. Guess who's going to eat really off this shit, basically? The labels. I mean, and that's a prime example of even Whitney Houston and Clyde Davis. I mean, if you seen the movie and if you ever heard Bobby Brown interview, like, he was not on drugs when he met Whitley. Whitley was already introduced to drugs because Clyde was already feeding it to her. And then she had a drug overdose and died at the end of her career. Who got all the money? Because everybody started listening to Whitney Houston all over again. Because if you didn't have a Whitney Houston album, you did then when she died. So who benefited? Who profited off of it? And right after that, her daughter had a drug overdose. It's crazy because this is what happens. This is what's happening. These little boys y'all seeing, like these boys, even the young boys, they're worth more dead than alive because what these little boys are not doing is they're not getting their masters. I mean, look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson even got his master. They made him go broke. They made him go broke so he could sell goddamn. I think he even had the Beatles. He even had their catalog. And they still made him go broke so they can get the damn catalog. That's crazy. And another thing, like with his family, I don't understand how they couldn't take possession of the catalogs, because that's the last thing I would have did. Because still, even to this day, they still would have been eating off of that. Ain't no way in the hell I would have sold the masters, the catalogs, to any of that. I would have sold his property before I would have sold that shit. Like, ain't nobody finna go stay in Never fucking Land. The fuck? It's Neverland. No one wants to go stay over there. Like, his kids could have used the money that they're gonna make off the catalogs, and they could have bought their own shit. The hell? Like, I'm quite sure they don't want to go stay in Neverland. You know, like, we don't know what the fuck done went on over there. Fuck that shit. Whatever did go on over there, let's just bury that shit. He dead now anyway. Shit, Oprah ass done put his ass on blast, and she got them blasting his ass out. But I'm gonna make a whole nother video about conspiracy theories, you know, because I'm for the fuck shit. Okay, you guys.
These numbers just put more money in the hands of the label. But that's not the only shady thing Interscope Breakers has been accused of. Southside from 808 Mafia even claims they try to bring niggas in the studio to rob him. He was chilling in the studio making records. And Interscope let people in that put him in harm's way, so he did this.
Y'all got up pistols on niggas so they came to rob me? Like, come on, bro. It's crazy. How niggas even get in the studio? Period. So, because I up pistols on niggas and I pistol with niggas, I lose my whole deal. Yeah, and then they want me to be quiet and not speak out. Man, fuck y'all. I don't need...
That is true, you guys. Now, I think this is Southside. This is Miami's baby daddy, Young Miami. I think this is him. That is true. If you're in the studio, a big studio like Interscope, and you're recording, and some guys come in to rob you, how the hell did they get into those? So we're talking about a big ass institute. Ain't no way in the hell they robbers were able to get past all that shit to come to you and rob you. There's no way. And then you draw a gun and the record label drops your ass. The fuck? They probably wanted his ass dead. I'm just saying.
Y'all money. They let a nigga in the studio to come rob. Like, it's crazy.
After bringing in people trying to rob him, they dropped him off the label. It was looking like they was trying to get Southside set up, where the whole thing was a ploy to get him off Interscope.
Niggas flew me to New York, this bald head ass nigga Joey flew me to New York to tell me, yo, we're gonna back out because we don't want anyone to sue you for what happened with your
It comes back up. Tory Lanez got out of his deal. He sucked the connections out of Interscope and he got his masters back. He even refused to give Interscope songs he thought were too good or put full effort in the new Toronto 3. But to do this, he threatened to expose $1 billion industry with some very powerful people at the top. And this theory says, they said they sold Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez single by using her label Rock Nation. They pushed Meg to make a statement publicly and then launched a smear campaign.
It hurt to say them words about Rock Nation management. This jigger whole career, I've been a fan of it. And I'm just pissed by how these niggas handled it. I worked for this for years, and out of nowhere, here comes jail trying to come smear campaign and damage it.
It's a way to kill two birds with one stone. They can get Tory back for what he did to the music industry, and they can literally multiply Megan Thee Stallion's clout levels. After this incident, she went on to have a #1 song in the country, had an interview with the New York Times, and she was on Saturday Night Live. Yep. But in this album, Tory Lanez isn't flat out saying Megan Thee Stallion. He keeps talking about how the people in her ear are doing this.
People in your ear, they're the true ones that I feel. They really got you thinking Tory Lanez will do you in for real.
Who could the people around her that Tory's so afraid of be? This theory says it's Jay-Z for a few reasons. Yep. On this album, Tory Lanez kept talking about the Illuminati, and Jay-Z is one of the main celebrities accused of being in it. And going back to Daystar lyrics, Tory Lanez says this:
I had to fight for mine, nigga, you were sworn in. And God bless me when I wake up every morning.
People have been speculating that he says you were sworn in connection to Megan Thee Stallion, who had an unusually quick rise to fame, supported by Jay-Z and Beyonce. And he's referring to her being sworn into the Illuminati, which he already made references to multiple times on the album. And he says that he has to fight for his, and God blesses him when he wakes up because he took the opposite route and didn't sell his soul. This theory explains that night in a very different way, one where Megan Thee Stallion isn't shot at all. And that's why when the cops questioned her initially, she didn't say it was Tory Lanez.
Niggas, y'all can play me, y'all can frame me, but I'ma reach the top. I would never put you in no danger, and if I did, you would have said it when you seen it come.
This theory says that night went down, and the higher-ups in the music industry saw this as a perfect opportunity. Tory Lanez had threatened to expose them, and this was their way of getting rid of his career and future credibility if he did expose them. And going back to Jay-Z, after repeatedly saying he's worried about the people around Meg, Tory name drops him.
So I don't give a damn, shawty, no Jigga.
Jigga is another name for Jay-Z, who owns Rock Nation, the record label Megan Thee Stallion is signed to. And remember when I told y'all Kanye West was fighting to get his masters back right now? Kanye also tweeted out this image that said Jay-Z sold his masters to get his own back. And Tory Lanez was setting a precedent that all you had to do was threaten to expose the music industry secrets. But why would Rock Nation frame Tory Lanez? Well,
that's crazy. Like, Jay-Z sold Kanye's to get his. That's crazy. Like, I ain't even gonna say it's impossible because I mean we know Jay-Z is like one of them ones that's gonna do whatever it takes to get him to the top. That's period. You know, and it's crazy because I really feel like the way it is now, that's anybody. That's anybody. I mean, look at Megan Thee Stallion. They been said that she signed her name on the red dot. I'm just saying. They said she been crossed over. And it would make sense if Meg did cross over. Because if you look at the events that has happened, you would think that she probably has crossed over at some point. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised if Megan has crossed over. You know, I wouldn't.
First off, artists getting their masters back wouldn't really be in the best interest for someone who owns a record label. And this situation boosted Megan Thee Stallion's career. And to put the nail in the coffin, Jay-Z's Rock Nation is under UMG, or Universal Music Group. Guess what other label is under UMG? The label Tory Lanez threatened to expose, Interscope.
It's be that dark label shit them niggas trying to do me. I know the secrets and I know the fuckery. And they don't want me to say nothing, so they trying to shut
If y'all enjoying the video so far, hit that sub button and drop a like. But people have been speculating that Megan Thee Stallion wasn't shot for multiple reasons. For y'all that don't remember, we originally got reports that Tory Lanez was arrested on a gun charge, and the police report said that Megan Thee Stallion had been injured by glass in her foot. Then some time went by and she said she was shot.
I was shot. I was shot in both my feet.
This is question for a few.
This is crazy, you guys. On the video, what she was saying, like when she first came out and said that she was shot, I never knew that she did that on his birthday. And that was his chain. I never knew that. I never knew. Like, that's some real goddamn cold-blooded shit, bro. Like, I don't, like, it makes you wonder, like, she had to be heartbroken because she doing shit that a heartbroken woman would do. And I'm just being for real. Like, she's sitting here saying she hard, you know, and she don't fall in love and goddamn, she da this and, you know, her pussy this and all this. Like, but she making moves like a hurt woman would make. You know, like to actually, you got all the time in the world to go live and tell your story. You guys have all waited. You wasted time to even come out. All of a sudden, you come out the day of his birthday with his change on to say, yes, I was shot, to break down on national goddamn the radio, whatever. You know, like, it's just all, I don't know, you guys. I just think you guys should definitely look at it. Let's go on past to this part.
Reasons, but the most obvious being pedophilia.
In an ambulance. You mean to tell me you lied to these people and they just treated you for glass when you had a bullet in you? If that's what you're saying, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they were dumb. You mean to tell me that the cops who were called for a gunshot in a Suburban or whatever the car was found that same Suburban and found a gun in it, see you leaking, and didn't check you for bullet wounds?
And then she posted her foot, and niggas was like, there's no exit wounds from surgery, and she said she got shot in both her feet. Why is she only showing one? And this whole time, people at Rock Nation were threatening Tory Lanez and not say a word.
2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're going to make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
When Tory Lanez got arrested on that gun charge, he was about to go on Instagram Live and tell his fans, yo, it's just a gun charge, nothing serious. Because he had no idea they were going to try and spin that narrative with him.
Like, all of a sudden, the affiliates of her circle start pointing, like, little subliminal fingers, like, count your days, and, like, I won't be around, and shooting at me, and, like, little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? She then comes out and says, yo, the narrative of me getting cut by glass, just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or.
Y'all, we did a reaction to this video.
She didn't say it was him, but he got arrested on a gun charge that night. And the day she went live was Tory Lanez's birthday. And people started piecing shit together. Tory was calling his lawyer now like he about to make a statement. And his lawyer kept telling him chill. And he kept seeing that shit pile on. And what the niggas at Rock Nation was trying to do. Then he started working on Daystar. Now, saying that the music industry came up with this whole plan to set him up seems kind of far-fetched, but I've seen people justify it by looking at what happens to other artists who beat the music industry. And the biggest example of this is Michael Jackson. For an extremely watered-down version of the story, he finessed the out of them niggas on a way bigger scale than any artist ever did. He bought the rights to the ATV catalog and owned thousands of artist masters, including the Beatles. It was worth millions of dollars. But in 1995, Michael Jackson was in debt and sold half of it to Sony, who kept trying to pressure him into selling the rest. He kept refusing and eventually tried to get out of his deal with them. After this, Michael Jackson claims they sabotaged his last album, so he would be so broke that he had to sell the catalog to them. But this didn't work. He kept refusing and even went out protesting and said the head of Sony didn't care about black art.
You guys remember this? You remember this? Because if you think back, before Michael Jackson was even killed, he was coming with his new album, and he's about to start doing tours. If you guys remember this shit now, so just think back on what was going on when all this happened, because he was battling with his record label. He had just came out with a new album, and he supposed to been start doing tours about it on it. Yeah, like all that happened. All this shit was transpiring in the back scene that people did not know about.
Artist. He was just using them to make his pockets fatter. Michael Jackson said he was racist, a devil, and even said the head of Sony called Irv Gotti. Y'all can read that. And at this point, Michael Jackson was worried for his safety. He would tell his family members that they're going to try to kill him for that catalog.
Michael constantly told me, Victoria, if I die, they're gonna murder me. They're gonna kill me.
And a few years later, he
That's
died.
crazy. She said it like she whispering, like, if I die, that is like, that's probably how he sounded on the phone for real.
His doctor shouldn't have been prescribing in the first place. His doctor waited a little bit before he called 911, and the paramedics even said that if he called them a bit earlier, Michael Jackson would still be alive. He also didn't perform CPR, and when the ambulance got there, he lied about the pills he gave them. An autopsy done after the fact even classified Michael Jackson's death as a homicide. Now, none of this has been tied to Sony, but that's a theory. Michael Jackson always talked about how he would never sell the catalog to those devils. But 7 years after his death, his estate sold it to Sony for $750 million. And today it's worth $2.2 billion. And Michael Jackson's family buys into this theory, with his daughter saying he was absent.
That's another thing. The doctor was with Michael Jackson. How the doctor don't perform CPR on you? I'm just saying, like, they even make firefighters get certified for EMT, you know, so you will know how to do CPR and everything else. They make you get certified in the fire department. So I know damn well the fire department, if the firefighters have to get certified, if police officers have to get certified. You trying to tell me a fucking doctor don't know how to perform CPR? Really? Nigga? You sitting there with Michael Jackson and you don't perform CPR or don't even attempt to. You don't call the police or anything. You on somebody's payroll. You even going to prison. There's some real good money. Like, they taking care of you, your family, and if you got some family, because he don't look like he's from America. It's like they probably taking care of some family from a whole nother island. I'm just saying, you guys.
Absolutely murdered. And his sister saying this.
It wasn't an accident. He was murdered. Your brother was murdered. I always believed that from day one. I said, I'm not going to accept anything else, Barbara. They could have told me a heart attack. They could have told me he had fallen off a ladder. And I would have said, no, it's not a heart attack. He was murdered.
And that's already one example of some crazy shit that the music industry did. And even after Michael Jackson died, they're still trying to ruin his reputation. Kind of like how they're doing Tory Lanez. But Tory Lanez's case wasn't as severe as Michael Jackson's, so they wouldn't kill him.
Illuminati trying to get me, nigga. But I'm the one that gotta spit like a Britney, nigga. Yeah, hot and cold, I would never sell my soul.
Yeah, that nigga just talking about Britney Spears, bro. I guess Britney Spears inside of it. Yeah, I know what's going on with Britney, right? I did do the video of Britney. Like, Britney is like mentally tapped out. And it ain't even like Britney. It's just like, oh, if y'all think back when Britney first came, Britney came through it was her and some more singers. It was Britney, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and they was all on the Mickey Mouse Club. And y'all know what they say. You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you. The casting couch. You know how that go. And a lot of times when them kids they break them kids in. I'm gonna tell you, like, them producers, they breaking them kids in the background. Like, so whatever Britney's going through, it's a whole lot of demons, because they probably don't fuck the shit out of this little girl. We talking about from the age of 8, she was getting fucked. It wouldn't even surprise me if Justin Timberlake got fucked. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know that to be true. I don't know if he got banged. I can't say that, but what I can say, it wouldn't surprise me, because a lot of these kids, when they come through, like, even the family, they so eager to be rich, because a lot of the time they come from poor families, you know, so they so eager to be rich, and they only looking at the money, the glamour, you know, like, yeah, they're gonna sacrifice, even if they don't know that what's going on in the background. Like, okay, so I don't know my child is being abused. Okay, but you're not taking the precaution to make sure it's not happening. Because let me tell you something, when you got a kid ain't nowhere in the hell that kid gonna move when you move. Like, I'm telling you now, like, when my kids go somewhere, they move when I move. They move when I move. If they move, I'm moving with them. I need to know what they're doing. So you trying to tell me y'all going into these professional places and you trying to get them signed with these big contracts and everything, and you trying to tell me like you don't know what's going on in the background? Or are you telling them to play along for their money, their greed? I'm just saying, you know, it's a lot of stuff, you guys. Like, I think Storm Monroe did a video on it about one of the boys that came out and said that he was abused, you know, by several producers. Several producers. Go look at the video. It's on Storm Monroe show. Storm Monroe show. And I'm gonna tell you, I look at the man, and I kind of like the kid for real, like, because he makes a lot of sense. And Storm, you know, he's kind of into the conspiracy theory too, you know, and I love that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. Just because you can't see it in plain sight, don't mean it's not possible. And I mean, that's just my logic of thinking, and always has been, and that's just not gonna change. You know, sometimes what you see ain't what you see, and people have to understand it. But let's finish this video because I gotta go to the gym.
I remember when Tory Lanez posted threatening to expose Interscope. Well, Casanova commented on that post. And the first time Tory Lanez was spotted after that, he was with Casanova. And once again, after the Megan Thee Stallion situation, DM strong support or arguing your theories. It's a top link in the description. Don't forget to hit that sub button too. But I'm most slides and I'm out.
All right, you guys. So that's the video. That's the end of it. You see there. I hope this video ain't about to start. I know I just pressed pause on this shit.
What's good, YouTube? This most slides from today.
I thought
We're going to talk about why academics hate Adam 22, aka.
But why academic hates no jumper. I might need to be watching this. I was just playing. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this. The King Von video, because I did want to show the video of you guys. I never covered the story, and the reason why I never covered the story is because I don't promote gang violence at all. I don't believe in it. I don't want to promote it. I don't want kids to. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of the time on YouTube, if you don't notice, you guys, but these be a whole lot of kids. 80% of these folks are kids. Like, these are kids on this shit. You know, these kids are sponges. They got down, they suck in everything that they hear and see. I mean, for real. So, you know, like, I don't want to cover that because I don't believe in this shit. You know, I think Asian doll, she said some shit like, you know, she don't want to be with you if you ain't got 3 bodies on you. What kind of shit is that? What are you telling the youth? What are you telling these kids? Let me get out here and commit violence so I can get a piece of ass? Is that what you're saying? No, man, I'm not pushing them kind of narratives. I'm not finna show no shit like that. I'm not even finna engage in no shit like that because I don't like that shit. Period. So that's just what I'm not gonna play no shit like that on my damn shit because I don't agree with no shit like that. Period. So let me go to the video, the clip. And okay, you guys. This is the video. The other part where they, you know, it was a video they showed before. And I guess this is supposed to be the new one. So let's check it out right quick. This is another one that just came out apparently. There's no volume on this. I don't even think this is the one. This is gotta be the first one. And if you look, you guys, even now, like they still stayed with him, even though Asian Doll and you know, like people were saying that saying like they didn't even, you know, they took off running, they left him. That's him in the middle of the road with all white on. If you notice, the guy is trying to pick him up. They did not leave him to die by himself. Even though it's another video, let me see if I can find the video real quick. But it's another video of him getting out the truck, walking up to the guy, and like he actually started the fight. King Von actually, you know, and that I'm not saying that's a reason to be murdered, because it's not by all means. Like nigga, that's what needs to be going on. Instead of picking up these guns and pounding, motherfucker, let's throw these fists. Let me take my fist game A1. I'm gonna beat your ass. You see, like they like, if you go back, like the guy that was with Von, it's crazy because the police was there. Like the police was always there. But let me see if I can find the other video. Cause it was another video, you guys. I don't think this was it either. Let me go see if I can find the other video right quick. Hold on right quick. It's another video. And it's another, it's from another view of the shooting that transpired. And you can actually see it. So let me see if I can find it right quick. Can't find video linked. Let me see if this is it on her page.
What it do, family? It's your girl. Let
me see. Okay, you guys, so let's look at this right here, okay? Let me take it here, and I'm going to share this screen. And let me find it right quick. Let's look at this right quick.
I'm out the car from the side, like y'all can see on the camera, and shot Vaughn.
I mean, it was pretty much calling all and even understood what he
started brawling.
first drop, it was so easy for people to speculate and make assumptions as to what happened that night. You know what I mean? If you look at this camera angle at first glance, you will probably think that King Von's squad was trying to retreat or flee the scene in a sense, but that was not in fact the case. As a matter of fact, the alleged shooter that shot King Von, he was not even a threat to King Von's squad at this particular point. There was a lot of activity that was going on the opposite end of that white SUV that this particular camera angle did not catch. So when we're looking here, we're not understanding that there is a lot of gunfire that is coming from the backside of that truck. And see, because of this angle did not capture that, people just kind of thought the King Von squad was leaving this man out to die, when that was not the case whatsoever. Now, since this tragedy has happened, another angle of this incident has now surfaced online, and it kind of gives us a little insight onto what happened on the opposite end of the white SUV. Let's take a look.
When you see everybody taking cover, they wasn't taking cover away from the shooter from Vaughn. They were taking cover because they didn't know where the stuff was going from. If you look, people was running left, people was running right, people was running to the club door because we didn't know what shots was coming from. Right? You got the police shooting anybody with
the police was shooting. It was a video with the police thought they shot.
This particular camera angle, this provides a lot of insight on what happened.
Look at King Von, you guys.
The camera footage that was released firsthand. I mean, you can clearly see
he walked up to the boy and started punching him.
As soon as he seen Quando Rondo,
his crew come behind him.
Sight. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, he was working that.
People started shooting.
However, I think because there was such a miscommunication between King Von and his entourage, when King Von swung, his crew didn't even know what the hell was going on. So they naturally rushed the situation because their overall job is to protect the moneymaker. I mean, by any means, that's what you're gonna do. But what that did, it also allowed Quando Rondo's friend to feel like his friend.
You gotta also think, you guys, during this whole process, none of his squad had guns. No one had a gun on them. You wanna know why? Because they had already sent someone in the club and they had already told them they couldn't have a gun in there. They're thinking they finna go inside the club. So they get out the car to go to the, that's what they supposed to be doing, was going to the club. They had already told King Von that the guy was even out there. But I guess King Von being who he is, you know, like shit, at the end of the day, if it's his day, it's his day. And you know how it is. You know how it is when you got the street people. So shit, instead of him going to the club, he go approach the boy and shit pop off. But you gotta think nobody got a gun on them because they had already sent somebody into the club and they told him you couldn't have no gun. So nobody in his squad got a gun. So that means they even running behind him while he's fighting. And no one got a gun. Understand this shit. Nobody got a gun. And they still ran with him. So let's get to it. Knowing we know this.
Friend was in danger. You know what I'm saying? So what would you do if your homeboy was getting jumped and it was only you and him being there? And you see a lot of people rushing your homeboy and you have a pistol? 9 times out of 10, you're just going to let off shots. Now, when I look at this end, I'm not even going to lie, man. It almost kind of seemed like an open and shut case of self-defense. I'm not going to lie to you. Especially when King Von did the interview with academics and pretty much said that King Von was really out of his mind that night. He basically was saying that he wasn't in the right frame. So honestly, the defense could actually use this.
Yep. Once again, my heart and my prayers goes out to King Von's family. You know what I mean?
You know, but for whatever it means, I do feel bad for Asian Doll. I feel bad for the mother of his kids, the kids, his parents, friends, family. And, yeah, I feel bad for all these people, man, because at the end of the day, it affected everybody. I just think that a lot of people were put in a position where they couldn't do anything. You got to think, if we all get out the car to go inside this club, nobody got a weapon, nobody got a gun. We got the car and you engage into and you go and y'all go fighting. Nobody got a gun, but you don't know what they got because you approaching them on some gang shit. You gotta think shit. They all gang members. Like, so you don't know what they got. You know that y'all ain't got shit. So King Von approach the nigga, he swing on him. The nigga shoot off on his ass. Like, I don't even think he might do no time from it. And it's gonna be like real crazy in Atlanta. Cause I don't think he gonna do no time from this shit. But I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm gonna head to the gym, get my day started. See you guys later on. Catch up with you. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, because my channel is the bomb. And I do be telling y'all ask the real truth. And I am gonna do me a conspiracy theory video. All right.